Hi guys, and welcome back to Alistair Davies Golf. Today's video is all about mud balls. And I thought it's particularly prudent this time of year. Obviously in winter here in the UK we get a lot of muddy lies. Obviously if you're on the fairway you get the opportunity to pick and place and clean your ball. But in the rough you don't get that opportunity at most golf courses unless it's particularly wet. And obviously in the springtime we sometimes will still get some mud thrown up on the golf ball. So what I've done today in this particular video is we've done a test. We've used Trackman to verify the results, and what I've done is got one of my players, Andy Jones, who's an Alps Tour player that hits the ball particularly straight and hits the ball straighter than me, which is why I've used Andy in this particular test to come and hit some golf balls. And we put mud on the right of the ball, mud on the left of the ball, and we've hit some balls with zero mud as well. And what we're looking at really is how the mud affects the spin in the golf ball and the outcome of the golf ball. So where the ball finishes and how it flies. So keep watching to see the results. So let's look at the Trackman results from Andy hitting shots. Now when he hit his standard shot, he actually averaged a spin of 0 degrees, which means the ball had 0 spin on it on average. Now that doesn't mean he hit every shot dead straight. What it means is he hit the ball with left to right spin and right to left spin, but on average the shot's equal to 0 spin. So it's what it is. Now if you hit the ball all one way, you'd have a really good average number, wouldn't you? Because if every ball had left to right spin, the left to right spin it gave you would be a real accurate average. When you hit the ball both ways, they're always going to counter each other out a little bit. But anyway, 0 spin on the standard shots. Now when we put the mud to the right of the ball, what happened then, the ball spun 9.9 degrees on average right to the left hand side. And it spun left every single golf ball. So on the straight ones it spun both ways, but when we put the mud on the right, every single ball spun the same way. And they all finished left to target and they all spun right to left. Now when we put the ball on the left hand side of the ball, the opposite happened. The ball spun left to right every single time, and this was 10.5 degrees. So very similar amount left to right spin as right to left spin. And we tried to put a similar kind of amount of mud on the ball and a similar kind of location on the ball. But it wasn't an exact science saying we put this amount of grams of mud and this location on the ball, but we put mud on the right and mud on the left, and we got a pretty similar result in terms of the amount of spin, and they both spun the opposite side to where the mud was. So what we've learned from this is when we have mud on the right side of the ball's going to move right to left. So we have to aim right. When we have mud on the left side of the ball spins left to right, so we have to aim left to counteract for this spin. So what it has done for me as a kind of, if I'm playing, is clarity. If I have mud on the ball, I now know where to aim in order to compensate for that mud. Rather than thinking, oh God, I've got a mud ball, what do I do? Where do I aim? How do I play this? In terms of distance, the distance lost was with the mud on the right, Andy lost about 5 yards, and with the mud on the left, he actually didn't lose any distance at all. So in terms of the distance, he didn't lose hardly anything else. In terms of smash factor, it was very, very similar for every single shot. So in terms of how it affected the performance from a distance point of view, it was there or thereabouts, but it was just more the spin on the golf ball. So I hope you've enjoyed this little experiment, and please post any comments of any experiments you want me to do using Trackman. It's a great form of measuring what happens. So, I'm keen to try and all different kinds of experiments to see what the golf ball will do under certain circumstances, and I love doing these tests. So please post any comments down below of any videos you want me to do, including Trackman or any general videos as well. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I've got regular content coming every single week. And if you enjoyed the video, please click like down below, and hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching.